Hey y'all, I'm Lauren Moran, and I was in EDM 310 in the spring semester of 2011. This is my first semester at South Alabama actually. I previously went to the University of Alabama in Tuscaloosa for 2 years, so this was my first semester back in Mobile taking classes for my major, which is elementary education. And I'd actually taken a class that was supposed to be similar to this one at Alabama, but I decided to take EDM 310 here because I'd heard how useful it actually is. So I decided to go on and take it because I felt like technology really is something that's extremely important to the classroom today, and it will be in the future. And I honestly didn't feel that prepared or comfortable enough with my skills in technology. But I'm really glad and thankful that I decided to go on and take this class because I feel like I've learned so much that I'll use in my classroom in the future, as well as the tools that I've learned that I've already been using in my everyday life now. So one of the things that I definitely plan on using in my future classroom is blogging. It's one of the tools that we were introduced to that I think is a really great idea for students because it allows them to keep a portfolio of their work as well as gives teachers the opportunity to evaluate and assess our students. So that's one of the things that I've taken away that I really hope that I'll be able to use in one of my future classrooms. But aside from the stuff that this class taught us for our future classroom, I really feel like I've learned a lot about myself from this class as well. I wrote something about this actually in our end of this semester questionnaire, but I really think that this is one of the only classes, maybe the only class I've taken so far that has truly taught me something about myself and the way that I learn and my learning style. It's really helped me to learn how to organize my time and my thoughts and how to really take the initiative and get things done for myself. So it taught me a lot about how I want to teach my students and run my classroom as well. The class did. A lot of the blog assignments I think were especially helpful because they were really thought-provoking and helped me, I guess, kind of form my working educational philosophy. I really took a lot away from these, a lot of the ideas that these teachers had or these professionals in the way the education is moving and the way the education is most effective. And I really hope that I can be the type of teacher who is inspirational and who guides their students instead of forcing thoughts and ideas on their students that we as a society think are important. I hope that I can really help my students to be creative and really think for themselves. And that's another thing that I really liked about EDM 310. I think that it was, of course, really effective in teaching the skills of technology, but I also think that it was a great course to kind of help us model our future classrooms after. I thought a few times how much I would have learned about science if Dr. Strange would have been my biology teacher, and I think that kind of says a lot about the class and about how you learn because it was one of those classes where you thought for yourself and kind of discovered information, and I do think that that's the way that you learn best. But if I had to say something that I didn't like about EDM 310, it would be the fact that we didn't get a lot of formal feedback back or assessments. I guess this is good for some people because you don't really have to worry about formal grades or anything. And I can see the thought behind this and the philosophy behind it, and I completely agree with it. But I'm just the kind of person who really does need that feedback because I really do care about, what my GPA looks like, and I'm just one of those kinds of people. But overall, well, I wouldn't say that I really enjoyed this class, and I wouldn't say that I'm really sad to see it in, because it was one of those classes that was really stressful. And when you say that you spend 9 hours a week working, that is so true. It's not one of those classes that you can just get by in. And so I guess I am kind of glad that that part of it's over. But the class really did give me a deeper appreciation for technology that I don't think I would have otherwise had. And it really gave me an inspiration for the kind of classroom that I want to have in the future.